Hey guys, it's Heather here, bringing you my first Town Hall 8 Dragon tutorial, now with updated audio. I know that for many of you, this is the first video of mine that you saw, and maybe it's the one that got you to subscribe. The first time I published this video, it reached 580,000 views and 3,850 likes. So let's see how well it does this time around. I figured if I had to republish it anyways, I might as well improve the audio. Now, this video was originally done before the sweeper update, so once you understand the basics from this video, you'll want to head over to the second video, Dragon 2, that goes into detail on multiple strategies for taking on the sweeper and anti-dragon bases. This video is going to cover the basics of a dragon attack, and this is not just for you Town Hall 8s, this is for you Town Hall 7s too. Town Hall 7s, you should be using your level 2 dragons to 3-star low to mid Town Hall 8s long before you ever go to Town Hall 8. Town Hall 7s, you should also be able to attack with the Dragoon strategy using mainly balloons against other Town Hall 7s, which takes a lot more skill than a masked dragon against a Town Hall 7. Now, if you know my videos, you know that I love dragons, but not going in with all dragons. The key to a 3-star is level 6 balloons in the clan castle. As a Town Hall 8 for your basic dragon setup, you should be taking 10 level 3 dragons with 5 level 6 balloons in your clan castle. These days, I rarely see anyone doing a masked dragon without those level 6 balloons in the clan castle, but before I made this video the first time, I would typically see people take another dragon in the clan castle, which really limits your control. As far as spells go, I like to take 3 rage and 1 poison. I use the poison on the clan castle troops or the skeleton traps, most likely the clan castle, as those flying skeletons are more rare and they're really only an annoyance if they target your balloons. Originally, I took 2 rages and 1 heal, but as I've continued to improve on my dragon attacks, I found that 3 rages has gotten me that 3rd star more than once. If I'm doing a dragon attack with balloons in the clan castle, I found that the heal never did too much for me, other than give my balloons and dragons just a slight boost. But that 3rd rage was able to get me through the high hit point buildings and also help speed up a pack of dragons that went off target. The sweeper has definitely affected my spells of choice because at least with a rage, you can keep your dragons on their path much easier if they're getting hit by the sweeper. Of course, this can also be done with 3 lightning as long as you can still get to the other 2 air defenses without getting your dragons stuck on high hit point buildings. I cover that more in the second video. The base you're facing is really what's going to determine the spells you should use. So is this an expensive setup? Heck yeah, but war should be expensive. There isn't much you can really do with your elixir later on in Town Hall 8 anyways, and war attacks are only going to get more and more expensive. This is the fun part of the game, guys, so go get that glory. When you're scouting the base, the only buildings you need to worry about are the air defense, Tesla, archer towers, the sweeper, and the clan castle. We're not going to pull the clan castle with this army composition, but it's very important to note where the clan castle is in relationship to the air defense. We need those clan castle troops to pull our dragons into the center, to pull them into where the air defenses are. The defensive barbarian king and the skeleton trap are the other 2 pulls. Troops no longer have the same level of aggression that they used to against the enemy clan castle and the enemy heroes, but it's still there and they will still pull. So these 3 defensive distractions, the clan castle, the skeleton traps, and the king, will either pull your dragons off course or pull them right where you want them to go. The other thing we need to make sure of is that our clan castle balloons are not the ones who ultimately pull the enemy clan castle. These days, you're likely to be facing a dragon in the enemy clan castle, so we want our balloons hanging back so the dragons will be the ones to take out the clan castle troops. When you start this attack, you're going to want to clear a bit of the sides. This is called funneling. You don't want a group of your dragons going around the outside. With a little patience, you can clear those outside buildings so your dragons will be pushed into the center. They'll have nowhere else to go. Remember to look at the corners. You know how people like to hide those builder huts there. If there is anything in the corners on the side you're starting from, you'll want to start your side clearing dragons directly on those corner buildings. That way you won't end up with a 2-star from dragons trying to fly back to them at the end. When determining the side to attack from, look at where the air defenses are. Also check out the archer towers and likely placements for Teslas. You want to be able to take down as many archer towers and Teslas in the beginning as you can when you have the most amount of dragons alive. Most likely the best side to attack from is the side opposite the clan castle. This way, as your dragons reach that mid-tier of the base, the clan castle will start to come out into the center. This is going to distract your dragons and pull them into the center. Your dragons will not only take care of the clan castle troops, but also the town hall and all those strong defenses that are typically secured in the center. As you are clearing the sides, make sure your dragons stay out of range of air defense. You want to avoid those archer towers too, or at least have your dragons be able to take down one early on. Only drop one dragon on each side that you're attempting to clear. If your side clearing dragons will be in range of an archer tower, you will need 2 dragons on that side to tank against the archer tower. This is where you're going to need to be patient and not get antsy and start dropping your dragons too quickly. We're clearing the sides in order to create the funnel. Once the side buildings are cleared, the dragons have nowhere else to go but into the center of the base. If you don't funnel your dragons, they will all go around the outside, one on top of another. Remember, dragons move to the closest building. Once you have cleared the corners from your attacking side, drop your main pack of dragons. Space them a little bit so they attack multiple buildings and they don't get bunched up. As they head in and reach the first outer defenses, this is where you're going to drop your first rage. Remember to drop your rage where the dragons are going, not where they are. You'll want to drop this rage on or about the second layer of wall. This way, the very tip of the rage spell will be on your dragons. As your main pack of dragons start into the second row, right before they're going to reach the clan castle radius, drop your balloons. This should ensure that your dragons pull the clan castle and not your balloons. Your other dragons should have cleared the side defenses, so your balloons will head right into the center. Your balloons will hit that first rage and that's going to speed them up. At the same time, your dragons will have started pulling the defensive clan castle, and that's going to pull your dragons into that distraction. Depending on your spells, this is where you want to drop your heal on your dragons as they take down the clan castle troops. You can also drop your poison on the clan castle troops. Poison is not going to do much damage to a dragon, but it's great if there's wizards, archers, and witches that come out. As your dragons reach the end of the first rage radius, drop your second rage. Again, drop it ahead of your dragons so that the edge of the second rage lines up with the edge of the first rage. This is going to be used by both dragons and the balloons to get to the final air defense. This is also going to help your dragons take down the town hall much faster, since the town hall has a lot of hit points. If you have 3 rages, use your third rage on your largest pack of dragons or balloons to help them take down the last air defense if necessary. Rage is also going to help your troops push through the sweeper zones. You can use your Barbarian King for multiple purposes. Typically, I like to use him like a sheep herder. Once you have dropped your last spell, it's time to stop watching your dragons and start looking to where your Barbarian King can help out the most. You want your Barbarian King to herd the dragons back in towards the center. You can do this by starting him on some outside buildings and getting him ahead of the dragons so that their next building is going to be on the inside. You also want to use your Barbarian King as a meat shield against Teslas and archer towers. Drop him near an archer tower so that he will take the hits until your dragons can get there to take it down. A Barbarian King is a great way to take down those outside Teslas. However, avoid dropping him near a cannon. Cannons are going to do a lot of damage to your Barbarian King, and that's just being a wasted shield for your dragons. Mortars and wizard towers aren't really anything to worry about, but try not to rage your Barbarian King until he's clear of them so that your spawned barbarians can last longer. Try to wait until your Barbarian King is at half health before you use his ability. You can also use your Barbarian King to get him to that air defense that was missed. This is really the only time you should use his ability early, just to get him to that air defense faster. Now, back to that third rage variant. You want to drop the rage spell so that it encompasses as many buildings as you can near your largest pack of dragons. This can be really effective to have that third rage if your dragons are being pulled off course by skeleton traps or you just didn't anticipate which way they were going to go. If your dragons get pulled out of the rage zone, you can use that third rage to keep your troops rage so they'll get back on course quicker. Practice using all of these setups so you can get a feel for what works best against different base designs. Alright guys, that wraps this guide up. Once you have these basics down, be sure to head over to the second dragon video, and I'll link to that down below so you can get some in-depth strategies for beating the sweeper and anti-dragon bases. Join me and other subs who know this attack inside out by downloading the Bindle app from your device store for free, and then joining me in the chat room #ClashTutor. Remember to subscribe, tell your clan about my videos, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll catch you next time.